Thanks, Rebecca. We obviously this is a unfortunate incident. We haven't done any burning since about 3 weeks ago. We did have a burn permit, and we have had a paid person, one of our staff, to watch the fire. And the fire has been out for a couple of weeks. Little hot spots here and there he would put out with the excavator. We would dump dirt on it, and we've seen no sign of smoke for at least a couple of weeks. We even had a graduation party there for my daughter. Had about 75, 80 people there, including the sheriff. There was no smoke anywhere. And, it just flared back up. He went to church this past Sunday, with no sign of smoke anywhere. We got back from church. There was smoke. He went to check it out, and there was flames, and he couldn't control it. So the fire department soon arrived, and I was out of town. I asked him to assist the fire department in any way that he could, and that's what he did. And, this property borders the U.S. Fish and Wildlife and the military, and they haven't done any controlled burns in many years. And the pine straw is so thick back there, it went like gasoline and continued through the military land through the town of Atlantic. And thankfully, I'm very thankful that our firefighters and EMS people, they've been a lifesaver, saving people's homes, and it's very unfortunate. But certainly like to thank all our firefighters for did an excellent job. Been there for several days protecting people's homes.
Yeah, and I know, obviously fighting a fire that got this big costs the county and the people a lot of money. So do you have an idea? Are you thinking of helping pay some of that back, or are you just kind of, do you have a plan for that? Because I know you have the small fine, but...
Yeah, well, that's by state statute. We were fined just like anybody else, and we will consult with our advisors on how to proceed with that. Mm-hmm. But just like the other day, the military dropped some flares and burnt the property from Cedar Island all the way to the Dollar General at sea level, if you remember when Highway 12 was closed. Mm-hmm. So, that's why we have fire departments and U.S. Fish and Wildlife and the Cherry Point folks to put out fires.
Yeah.
But we always, I've led the charge about building a new fire station in sea level. I lobbied the state to get a new fire station there, and I've already received $500,000 from the state for a new fire station, and we're applying for a $3.5 million grant for that same station. So and as a former volunteer fireman myself, I'm very in tune to the first responders and support them in any way I can.
Yeah, I know, like you said, there's been a lot of conversations, you could say, on Facebook. Is there anything that you want to say to the people that have kind of been the loudest with it?
Well, they just don't know the facts. We were not being irresponsible. We have not burnt. We did have a watchman. We did have it dug around. We had our stuff piled up, and we had a sand all around it so it couldn't spread. But evidently it got underneath into the peat. It's one possibility. There's also a possibility of overnight folks driving down our road could have thrown out a cigarette butt and reignited the fire. There was a storm not too many nights ago with lightning in the area. There's a lot of issues that it could be, but no one knows for certain. But it's just an unfortunate incident, and we're just thankful for our first responders. And luckily, no one's homes were lost, and the firefighters did a tremendous job protecting those homes.
Yeah. Okay. Is there anything else that I missed or anything else that you want to add for people? I really appreciate you taking the time to kind of walk us through all this.
Well, we just pray for our community and pray for the safety of our first responders.